90% of retail crypto traders lose money. Most spend their days glued to screens, trading in a high-stress, player-versus-player market where someone has to lose for another to win. Airdrop farming provides a different path to generating Web3 wealth, one that relies on capturing corporate subsidies rather than betting on price direction. To understand why these giveaways exist, we have to look back at early Web2 user acquisition tactics. Startups often burned through massive piles of venture capital cash simply to buy their initial user base. During the height of the rideshare market, companies handed out virtually free rides just to force you to download their app instead of a competitor's. The food delivery wars used the same strategy. Handing out value at a loss is a standard corporate tactic used to prove rapid user growth. Web3 startups face the same pressure to show active user data to their investors. Instead of cash discounts, they mint and distribute their own digital tokens directly to early adopters to manufacture a thriving ecosystem on paper. This math tracks the historic Uniswap airdrop. The company rewarded its early users with a flat 5,000 tokens. When those tokens peaked at $45 each, simple early participation became $250,000 in liquid value. Airdrop farming allows users to systematically capture a project's multi-million-dollar marketing budget before it ever hits the open market. The beginner's path to these subsidies follows 3 steps. You set up a Web3 wallet, deposit a small amount for network fees, and perform specific tasks to show you are an active user. These tasks include signing in daily, swapping one token for another, or staking assets to provide liquidity. If one account can claim thousands of dollars in tokens for a few clicks, the logical move is to simply register 100 accounts and multiply the reward. However, projects use a defense mechanism known as Sybil resistance, or witch detection, to stop this exact type of scaling. Security algorithms scan for clusters of accounts that all funnel back to a single IP address or share identical hardware fingerprints. Once a hardware match is flagged, the system recognizes a bot farm and permanently bans the entire cluster of wallets from the airdrop. Developers enforce these bans because their funding depends on proving to investors that their users are unique, distinct individuals, rather than a single person with 100 wallets. This creates a hard technical ceiling. For a manual user, raw effort cannot bypass the anti-bot engineering designed to stop them. Moving past that ceiling requires a shift in approach. You have to move from being a manual user to an architect who industrializes the entire process. Professional studios use automated scripts to replace human labor, allowing a single operator to execute tasks across thousands of wallets simultaneously, without touching a mouse. They also utilize environment isolation. Anti-detect browsers create a distinct digital fingerprint for every wallet, faking unique hardware data to bypass device-level detection. The final layer assigns an isolated proxy IP to every account, ensuring no 2 wallets share a digital footprint. When the detection algorithm sweeps this matrix, it sees exactly what investors want: 100 distinct humans interacting from across the globe. By appearing as organic traffic, these accounts provide the high-volume growth metrics projects use to justify higher valuations. The project gets the data it needs to secure more funding, while the studio captures the scaled rewards. At this level of competition, an individual cannot fight a tech company's algorithms with their bare hands. Generating significant wealth requires professional infrastructure. The White Cat tool suite provides the exact script automation and IP isolation infrastructure needed to build this industrialized matrix. Navigating the Web3 economy now requires a transition from manual labor to system architecture. Success depends on the tools used to manage these automated systems at scale.